Hello. Hi, friends. How are you? This is Naomi, the Brickanista. I'm back with my buddy, Brick Literacy. Oh, shoot. I got it wrong again. I practiced before the show, too. I'm here with my buddy, Brick Literacy, and we're here for this or that, or this and that Thursday.
Yes.
And we're so excited because you know what's happening next week. Next week, it's going to be Lego Masters Season 3, North America. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it Season 3, North America.
Not applicable.
So is it technically Season 3? Because now we have a whole new, I guess, pool of people. Because now we have some from Canada and some from Mexico as well.
Yeah, get the whole hemisphere involved.
That's right, the northern hemisphere.
Yeah,
let's do that.
Definitely.
So welcome to the Brickanista Broadcast Network. Hello, Glenn Copeland. Meow to you too.
Yes.
And so it's this and that Thursday. And we've been streaming for the last couple weeks. We shifted from Wednesdays because, of course, we are building this show around Lego Masters Season 3, North America. And tonight is going to be a preview of what's going to come next week, where we're going to have our first episode recap of the first broadcast, which will be Wednesday. At least the broadcast is Wednesday, but our review will be on Thursday. So every Thursday following an episode, there will be spoilers. So today will be spoiler free because we have no idea what we're going to be talking about.
Yes. Well, if you have not seen Lego Masters and you are watching the stream at some point, go watch seasons 1 and 2 of the US version and then come on back.
Yeah,
just pause the video.
Because we are going to have spoilers about season 1 and season 2 today as kind of a review of what happened over the last 2 seasons. And then we're going to also have a chance to review some of the contestants for this season, for season 3, at least the ones that are announced. And we don't know what order they will be eliminated. It's like, and then there will be one.
Yeah, they don't tell us these things.
It will happen. I know, it's kind of sad. That's the only problem with
probably for the best. Yeah.
Well, it is always for the best, right? That, with these kinds of shows, you have to bring your best to, continue.
Yes.
But
I'm
anyway,
just glad there's no Lego sports gambling yet. Like, you can't bet on who gets eliminated. Which episode?
We don't know that. There might be an underground betting on Lego Masters too. In fact, I already got a group chat where somebody asked if somebody wanted to bet on who's going to be eliminated first.
Oh man, that person.
Starting.
Yeah, whoever is like, hey, let's bet. I guarantee you that person knows somebody in production. Don't let them sucker you.
So. I don't think this person knows anybody in production. I think they're just, pundits, right? They just like to speculate.
They just love gambling. Okay.
That's fair. Speaking of which, pundits. I just came up with something that's going to be a future show.
Okay.
Panda pundits. Because I can have, Pandy Panda as giving panda opinion about certain things. So don't be surprised if the Panda Pundit is going to show up at future shows. Not necessarily this show.
I'd vote for it.
You'd vote for the Panda Pundit?
Yeah, I would be in favor of that ticket. Why not?
Okay, well, maybe it'll appear here. But I just had this brainstorm the other day. I was looking up the definition of pundit, and a pundit is really just an expert in a certain field. So we are pundits, right? That we are, reviewing things. And I said, you know what, we could have a panda pundit, and maybe we have the panda pundit moment, because we had the smudge moment when we did Lego Masters New Zealand. So you never know. Don't be surprised. Pandy Panda may be making an appearance as a panda pundit in the future.
Okay. We'll get the word from the panda.
Yes.
Party.
Yes, it will be amazing. The panda will speak. We'll have to practice this though before we actually make it a feature. I will tell you, I did not tell Remy about this before the show. So his response is authentic. It's kind of like, what?
Yeah,
What are
you
you
don't,
talking about?
it is perfect because you really don't need to be an expert to be a pundit nowadays. So
That's true.
put
And
them
pandas
out
make
there.
good pundits, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, so why don't we go ahead and talk about season 1 and season 2, shall we?
Yeah. Season 1 filmed in the before times, filmed, I think, winter 2019. And then aired March-ish of 2020,
Yeah,
like right as the pandemic was hitting.
right when we were locking down. In fact,
Yeah.
Bricks Cascade was one of the first times the Lego Masters showed up at a big convention together.
Mhm.
And then right after Bricks Cascade in March of 2020, that's when lockdown happened and there weren't any other conventions to attend for a while.
Yeah, I
So
think
you're
I
right.
went to there was a convention. It wasn't Brick Fair. It was some other convention in Raleigh in either February or March of 2020, and then that was it. So
Yep.
yeah, weird
Lockdown.
times.
And now, at least in the state of Washington, the end of October, our governor is officially removing the state of emergency. He said
Really?
October 31st, they're going to lift it. So just in time for Lego Masters season 3.
Oh boy.
Though they recorded also in COVID times.
Yeah.
So the next one, season 4, maybe will be post-COVID. Who knows?
Maybe. I mean, they have the new vaccine out for the variants, so I'm gonna go get that next week. So here's hoping. Anyway, but yeah, season 1 was like just kind of came out of nowhere. Like it was weird for me because I had just kind of started to get into Lego, and then bam, there it was. Yeah. So let's look at some highlights from season 1. I can do this correctly. Ooh, I can't.
I'm sure you can.
1 second.
We believe in you. We believe in you, Remy.
All right.
And while you're doing that, just to kind of reiterate, we had started this show, back in April, I think, because we were anticipating that the show was going to broadcast in June.
Yeah.
And they were going to broadcast on Tuesdays, just like they did the previous year. And then what happened is that they pulled the rug out from under us and said, hey, no, we're waiting for the fall.
Yeah.
So we ended up doing Lego Masters New Zealand on Wednesdays. And I was so excited just that so many of the contestants agreed to be on our little show.
Yeah. Yeah, it's lunchtime, and I think it's lunchtime in New Zealand right now. I hope everybody over there is having a good Friday.
At 1:00 p.m. for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was great because they would take a late lunch and they'd be on the show for about an hour or so. And then we got some background information on New Zealand culture, which was awesome. I mean, we even had some people who I would have never expected who would be on, who agreed to be on. And then we ended up having to do a special show just to accommodate their schedule, but it worked out. It was really great. So if you want to see that, we have a playlist on the Brickanista Broadcast Network on the YouTube channel. So you can just go to youtube.com/Brickanista because you're here right now watching. Look for the playlist of Lego Masters New Zealand recap shows.
Yeah.
And
I don't know where I'm pointing somewhere. It's here.
Yeah, we've done this before also, just to kind of give you the history. You notice I'm giving you time to bring this up.
Oh no, we're ready. I'm ready to bust in at any time.
Oh, you're ready? I don't see the second screen.
Oh, well, I got to set it up. You can't just like pop it up and expect people to,
okay.
oh no, it's Terry Crews.
Oh, there it is. Oh,
there
okay.
He is. This was one of the highlights of season 1. I think we've all had this feeling where we just want to just break through that wall and scream. And this was really a great moment. I don't even remember which episode this was in. It was not tied to the build at all, I don't think. This was not on episode 2, which was, I believe, the destruction challenge for season 1.
Right.
Just one day Terry was there.
So random that he just shows up too.
Yeah.
And I remember Boone had, I think, the best response when he saw him bust through the wall. I think he was just like, oh, it's Terry Crews. Oh my God. And since we're talking about season 1, 2 of the contestants, Aaron and Boone, are now Lego designers.
Yes.
So the work that they've done prior to Lego Masters and on the show of Lego Masters, and then they went through the whole application process, and they're both now in Billund, and they're actually designing sets that we'll be able to enjoy in the future.
Yeah. So maybe we'll get that Magic School Bus after all. That was one of Boone's ideas projects. I don't know if it was.
I don't think it made it though. I'm not sure if it made it.
Well,
and I think he now is disqualified because he's working for Lego. Right?
Well, true, but like if I'm Boone there, I can build one of my own, and I'll just bring it with me to every meeting that I go to at Lego, and look guys, just happens to be there. It's the Magic School Bus.
But is the Magic School Bus universal enough? That's probably why it didn't get the same traction as some other properties that we've seen.
Yes.
I mean, the Lighthouse just recently came into production and is now on store shelves. A Lighthouse is more universal than the Magic School Bus, right?
Yes. But, again, if I'm Boone, if I'm working in their office, it's going to feel universal.
He's going to have it on his shelf, and it's like, oh, look at this. Let me show you this Magic Bus that I made.
Hey, Jerry, Janet, come into my office for a meeting. Oh, and I just have this on my desk. And how are you guys doing?
Well,
anyway,
he recently posted on his Instagram page that he had, I think, in his backyard, Mike Psyche and one other, Nico, I think, the two really famous designers in his backyard. And apparently they were having a powwow about what Boone Builds will be doing in the future as far as the channel. So they said, stay tuned. We have some new ideas coming up.
Exist.
Yeah. So it'll be
I wonder if they'll fold it into the Lego marketing channel somehow. I don't know.
Maybe. Who knows?
That's good for him.
Well, it was just interesting. And like I said, go to Boone_builds on Instagram, and you'll see that that little clip he posted onto his little Instagram channel. But yeah,
that's cool. But anyway, Terry Crews, I didn't tell you this, but I have also met Terry Crews in a very similar fashion to this. I was in California a few months ago for basically pilot training, like drone pilot training.
Your drone, yeah.
And I'm in the room and I'm taking my flight evaluation with, my flight lead, the boss of all our pilots, and the representative from the FAA who is overseeing this test. And I'm sitting there, I'm flying the drones, whatever. And all of a sudden, Terry Crews, his son, and the CEO of Google Wing comes in.
What?
He's like, "Hey guys, how you doing?" I'm like, "Great, now I can't. Like,
but you're in the middle of flying.
So yeah, what am I going to do here?
Oh man.
Hi.
Did you say like, "Hey dude, what's up"?
No, I didn't even get to see that because like I had these guys like you can't.
You couldn't land it and restart the test or something?
No, you're in a live exercise. You got to monitor the airspace. You got to do all this stuff. And I'm sitting there like, wow, man. Terry Crews, I want to jump out of my seat and give you a high five, but I was not allowed to do anything remotely close to that. But we said hi, and he was like, "Oh, this
Did
is."
You make cool. Eye contact.
Yes.
Did
yes.
You make eye contact? Okay,
that
counts.
That. We did say hello, so that's it.
Well, then maybe he'll want to be on our show.
I'll send him an email. I'll be like, "Hey, remember when?" No, you know what? I'll get my CEO to send him an email and be like, "Hey,
there you go.
Connect us." Yeah.
There you go. And just say, and you can even take this clip from this video and say, I actually met Terry Crews, but I couldn't actually meet him because I was busy doing this. So yeah.
Yeah, it's really not fair.
He's an amazing artist. Did you know that on his Instagram account, he has been drawing different celebrities. Like he just drew Sofia Vergara, and
Oh,
he
really?
does
No,
this pencil drawing, and then he has like this overhead camera, and
Mhm,
he does it, with the the fast motion. He's
mhm.
an amazing artist. So if you
Wow.
haven't seen it, look for his Instagram account. It's really cool.
Yeah, no, I have not seen that. I'll definitely have to check that
Okay.
out.
Well,
That's cool.
yeah, get your boss to see if he'll be on our show.
Yeah,
That
I'll
would be
call him up
great.
today.
Call him up.
Yeah. But anyway, that
Cool.
was, that's a lot of fun on season 1. So let's take a
Yeah.
look at
Some of
just
the
like a
builds.
few of the builds that we enjoyed
Mhm.
from the first season. Here's Aaron and Christian's tower for the city block challenge.
Yep.
And this was, this was a really, like, people remember this because it fell over like just before the bell rung on
Oh,
the end of the
yeah.
challenge. But fortunately, they were saved by the twist, which was
Spoiler alert.
to, yeah,
For those of you who
uh,
haven't seen it, spoiler alert.
yeah,
And
but
oh boy, did they milk that when they were talking about promoting the show.
yeah,
They showed the section where Aaron literally went to the back room in tears
yeah,
because he really thought that everything was ruined. And then
mhm,
once they said the twist, you could see just the look of relief on his face.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think they had used the golden brick in the prior episode, which was the movie
Mm.
build. They weren't as confident about their like medieval romance, so they just used it, which is fine. So, but yeah, they got it back together. It was a great building.
Yeah,
So
and it
good
had
job,
a
guys.
a nice elevator on there too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the elevator was really awesome.
And then they learned from that because I think what happened is they were moving the table and the table got stuck on something on the floor,
Mhm,
and that's what made it stop abruptly, and then the tower
mhm.
started falling. And I think
Yeah,
he realized, "Okay, the next time I'm gonna take this tower off, we're gonna walk the table over, and then I'm
yeah,
gonna put the tower back on." Yeah.
yes.
The lesson learned from that.
Yeah, everybody on Lego Masters going forward, take a lesson. Look for loose Lego. Loose Lego on the ground is the enemy of the wheel. So,
Well, not just that, it's also from what I remember, some of the cast members were talking about cables that are on the floor for,
oh,
the
really?
lighting and the gaffer's
Mhm.
tape and all of that. Yeah. There's other things that are like tripping hazards you got to be careful about.
To know. All right.
Yeah, that was a
So,
great build.
yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, and second build is Flynn and Richard's Clockwork Man. This was
Yes.
also a really awesome build. This was from the
Amazing.
cut in half challenge,
Mhm.
um, which was a great challenge. A lot of great builds
Mhm.
in that challenge, and I think most of the most of the other series is use the cut in half challenge. Um,
Well, if you also on their own channel, so Tricky Bricks is what they go by on
mhm,
YouTube. On their own channel, they also have an inside look into the Clockman. And
mhm,
I believe that the there's a pendulum that goes back and forth within the clock so that
mhm.
it hits the side of the wall. So it makes a clicking sound, a really heavy clicking
Oh, cool.
sound for the tick. And it's
Yeah,
just
because
brilliant.
all these gears worked. So that
Mhm.
was fun, and the eye moved.
Yeah,
So
the eye
that was
was
cool too.
moving, and Richard is done a lot of the mechanics behind it,
Mhm,
and just also the aesthetic of it, just having, the face really match up with the house. It was just brilliant.
mhm.
And they won that challenge too
Yeah,
for that one.
yep,
Spoiler alert.
yeah, yeah. That was a good
Yeah,
challenge to win. All right.
definitely.
Next we have Amy and Crystal's Cyberpunk City build.
Mhm.
This was from the same city block challenge as Aaron and Christian's build. And I really liked their Cyberpunk City before the twist.
Mhm.
Like their city was so cool.
Yeah, and
Um,
they also had, I think, the tallest building because there's a photo of Crystal on top of a ladder putting on the
mhm,
very top of that tower. And yeah, so I think if you look at the build itself,
mhm,
if the table is about what, 2.5, 3 feet tall, then her on the top of I think it's at least 5 feet tall. And I
Oh.
think that was one of the things that they had talked about, that they knew that they had to go big.
Mhm.
And so they really focused on, making that tower really tall. And
Yep.
lavender, black and lavender was big
Yeah.
in this.
Great. It was a great combination
Mhm.
of colors.
It's hard to tell in this photo because this looks
Mhm.
more brown, but it was a lot of black and lavender, and you can see some of the teal, and it
Mhm.
was just the colors really popped. It was really a well done piece.
Yeah, I wish I had a photo of the original one, but Hulu has decided to stop allowing screenshots. That is a change from last year.
What?
So, yeah.
Wow.
So
Well, I also noticed, which we'll
Mhm.
get to later, that if you go to the Lego Fox page, the Lego
Mhm.
Masters Fox page, they don't have the screenshots of the contestants. They have the two judges, and they have
Mhm.
the host, Will Arnett. But we found another source for the
Yes.
screenshots, so we will show those to you. But I was like,
Mhm.
man, I had to search for those.
Yeah,
It's
I wish it
running.
was like centralized. Like these are the people. These are all their social handles.
That's what they did
Like,
before, though.
yeah.
Like the week before an episode, they
Mhm.
had on the web page all of the different kinds of, the contestants.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Glenn.
Yeah.
You're
Lurk
gonna learn.
away. You know, to any
That's fine.
lurkers out there in the
He's seen
future.
this already. I think he's gonna come back when we start talking about the contestants for season
Yeah,
3.
it's fine.
Yeah,
All right.
he
Next
already
up.
knows all of this.
Yeah, but anyway, like this build is just something. I mean, most people still remember this cyberpunk building
Hmm.
before
Oh
the
yeah,
twist. So
it was
um,
beautiful.
yeah, good job, Amy and Crystal.
Hmm.
Next, we have Legor from Jermaine and Mel, and this is from episode 2, the explosion challenge.
Right.
This was a great character, and the menace of Legor endures.
Hmm.
Because I think
Well,
I
since we were
forget.
talking about that explosion challenge, I think one of my favorites was Amy and Tyler's from that
Mhm.
episode, where they had the alien, and then it fell right into this
Yeah,
explosive device that they
yeah.
made out of Lego, and then the whole thing exploded. Yeah, it was
Mhm.
brilliant.
Yep. Yeah, I think Jermaine and Mel had like something placed inside theirs, and
Hmm.
some people got their stuff hit with bats, and some people got dropped from like
Had
20
to drop.
feet.
Right, that's what I think Amy and
So yeah.
Tyler, I think, had to drop theirs.
Mhm. This was, this was a great challenge on season 1 because they did it once, and it felt like on season 2 they destroyed stuff like every week.
Oh,
So
here, we want
it's
you to destroy this, and
yeah,
now destroy this.
it seems like they're going away from that in season 3, which
I
is
hope so.
good.
I hope it's more building and
Um,
more creativity. At least
yeah,
from some of the snippets we've seen, it looks like
yeah.
that.
So some of those new challenges look amazing, but we
Hmm.
can talk about this later. Anyway,
Yep.
Lego or forever, um, and
And
yeah,
nice lavender and
yeah.
complementary color of the yellow,
Hmm.
using the color spectrum. Nicely
Yeah.
done.
Again, I apologize. I didn't get a great picture of this.
Yeah, the background is distracting a
Yeah.
little bit, but that's okay. I
So
mean, it'll just encourage people to go back and watch season 1.
yeah, go back and watch it, or just ask Jermaine and Mel directly. We miss Legor. Can you bring him back? That would,
Where's
uh,
Legor? We want
yeah.
Legor back.
Honestly, I would love to see that. So yeah. Anyway, moving on. The last one this is also from the Cut in Half challenge. This is Sam and Jessica's
Yes.
mermaid
The
fire
mermaid
hydrant.
coming out of the fire hydrant. Yes.
Yeah.
This was brilliant.
Mhm.
Absolutely brilliant. All the colors and just the shapes and the textures. Just absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. And there's these the little fire hats on the
Hmm.
transparent pieces here, and the little seahorse with the legs, and the turtle.
Yeah.
Just all sorts of great stuff. I think Sam sculpted the face, and I think Jessica sculpted a lot of these other details. But yeah, amazing stuff.
Yeah.
They built most of my favorite stuff during the
Sam and
series.
Jessica.
Yeah, including the finale build. Like, I definitely would
Well,
have
they're
voted for the
artists,
peacock.
right? That's their trade,
Yeah.
is being artists, and just amazing what they put together.
Yeah. Well, and just me personally, I'm always biased towards like creatures, figures, large things of that nature,
Oh, okay.
as opposed to like architectural stuff. So
Hmm.
that's just me personally, though. So okay, let's take a look at the finale builds. Okay, so this is Boone and Mark's Artopia. Again, apologies for the terrible lighting
So
on
if
this
you weren't able to
photo.
get screenshots, how did you get these shots?
I had to find them elsewhere on the internet. So I obtained them somehow.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, this was a
The
cool
mystic
building.
arts.
A lot of these panels moved, and there was a lot going on each of these floors.
Yeah.
Um,
And it was tall as well.
Yeah, it was very tall. Yeah, I think the theme was like a post-apocalyptic art commune, so that's why there's like half the building here.
Well, that a lot has to do with Mark Cruikshank, because Mark Cruikshank does a lot of post-apocalyptic builds in general. He was part of the bunker initiative that was at Bricks Cascade, and then also he's done Friends Dystopia. I think it was a Friends build that he's won awards where it's been a dystopian universe with friends. So he's big into this kind of dystopian type of build, and he builds fast. That dude is crazy fast when he builds. Yeah.
Were they also? I don't know. Was he also like involved tangentially in FabMax Furry Road or not? You remember?
I know Boone was, because Boone helped create the artwork for the FabMax. That's the collaboration. For those of you who don't know what FabMax is, it was a collaboration that was started by Tricky Lug or Tricky Bricks, and it was Fabuland characters in a Mad Max dystopian vehicle of some sort, and everybody built the vehicle, but it was all virtual, so it was all photos. And this was submitted to Bricks Cascade, I believe, virtual 2021. And I want to say that I think Mark created one of the builds, but Boone actually helped with the title card. And there is something else, though, called Duplocalypse. Duplocalypse, because it's Duplo and Apocalypse. And that, I think, is also Mark Cruikshank. Duplocalypse, yeah. And that you can see it's Duplo builds made into an apocalyptic setting. And since we're talking about that, P.T. McEwen and I have been talking about doing an apocalyptic build in microscale, doing a Micropolis apocalypse. So a micropolyptic.
Micropolis?
Micropolis, yeah, something like that. We haven't named it yet, but we'll probably talk a little bit about that at the 9 o'clock show. Yeah.
Apocalypse.
Yeah, it's a Micropolis apocalypse. Or maybe we'll call it that, the Micropolis apocalypse, because we've done the Mega Micropolis Metropolis multiverse. So we can do the Mega Micropolis apocalypse.
Wow. That's so much work. I don't even want to try to say it again.
I can get the bricks made, the 1x8 bricks. Yeah. Like I said, we'll
1
probably
by
talk about
bricks?
that. PT tends to show up on my stream at the 9 o'clock Thrifty Thursday stream. So yeah. But going back to your question, yes, Mark Cruikshank is known for apocalyptic builds. He's done it with Friends. He's done it with Duplo. He's done it with bunker standards. So yeah, and this did surprise me when this came out of both Boone and Mark's creativity together.
Yeah, it's really like going through it. It's really bringing back a lot of memories. of
Yeah.
like just that
Well,
time
they're
period and
different
everything
attention
going on.
builders.
Yeah.
See, we make good commentators.
Yeah. Yeah. We can remember stuff occasionally.
Right.
Um,
Occasionally we build good stuff too.
yeah. Anyway, moving on. So here's Amy and Tyler's build for the finale.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the
Yeah.
eventual winner of season 1.
Yep. Spoiler
And
alert.
yeah, spoiler alert.
Well, and it's funny because that photo, when you look at it from a distance, that doesn't look like an eagle on top. It looks like a monkey on top.
It is kind of like the haunches are a little,
Yes.
and the tail.
You need the wings spread out.
Just yeah,
that's not the best photo of that particular build.
Yeah, if
So
if the wings stretch up, all the way, it gets cut off by the top of the thing. But anyway, the wings.
It has a nice wingspan and it's motorized. It's beautiful. Yeah.
And this was, if you've seen, like the wingspan, it had like a double jointed movement, so it was very cool.
Yeah.
And this, they definitely deserve the win for this. Just because if you look closer and really dig into all the scenery here, there's like 5 or 6 different kinds of trees. There's all sorts of like different landscaping going on.
Yeah, I love the waterfall on this and how the edges are very organic instead of squarish.
Yeah.
So they did a really good job. The rock work that they did on the bottom, it just gorgeous.
Yeah. It's also a very like focused build. Like it's very cohesive. So get used to the word cohesive. We're bringing it back for season 3. As opposed to like Boone and Marks that had a lot of different stories happening. This was just like
cohesive versus disparate, right?
Yes. You enjoy it.
So we're gonna have to have like a tally counter. How many times we say cohesive in an episode?
Put it in the chat.
It's like ding.
Yeah.
I think we're up to about 6 right now.
We could probably do that really easy on Twitch, couldn't we? Yeah.
Probably.
The counter. But anyway, this was a great build. So congrats to Tyler and Amy on season 1. Yeah, and anyway, now here's Sam and Jessica's Peacock. This was just my personal favorite, just because, again, I love massive creatures. There was a monkey behind the peacock stealing a feather. Excuse me. And it was just, a lot of fun.
And once again, this picture doesn't really show how much the colors pop. But just the way the feathers are made. I know Jessica spent a lot of time on those feathers, and they're just gorgeous.
Yeah, they're super detailed. All those big round pieces are metallic gold, so that's also fun.
Well, I think they're radar dishes that are nested. So you have a larger, I want to say that the radar dishes, the burgundy, I think, that they used underneath, and then they put the gold on top.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just brilliant use of color. And it looks like they have azure or teal underneath that too. I think it's azure. Yeah. It's just great. Really great. And the peacock also has like this really kind of quirky look to its face.
Yes, it's very shocked. It's like
how dare you take a picture of me?
Well, it's having a feather pulled out of it, so that's why.
Yes, it's like those are valuable to me. Why are you taking it? What does a monkey need with a feather anyway?
Some monkeys just want shiny stuff. They can't leave well enough alone.
They can't help themselves, huh? They're mischievous.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, congrats really to everyone on season 1.
Yeah, it was a great way to kick off this whole, I guess, movement, right? And it was right before the pandemic, like you said. And then because of the pandemic, people started getting more involved with Lego. And then Lego also at the same time rebranded their creator series to be Adults Welcome, where they rebranded the colors of the boxes so that they had the black covers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like the perfect storm for Lego. It's like they went with their rebranding strategy, and they had this pandemic take place. So, adults were saying, what am I going to do? I can't go to the movies. I can't go do social things. I can't hang out at the bar. I can't do all this. Why don't I stay home and build some Lego? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, some people hung out at the bar anyway, but for the rest of us, we had Lego.
Well, they hung out at the bar and built their Lego. Because there was, do you remember that Lego had that promotion about they set up 3 different couples on a date, and they gave them a Lego build. It was when the Botanical series was first released.
Man,
so they had bouquet, they had, I think, what was the other one? The bonsai tree. And they had these 3 couples, and one of them, I think, was at a bar. Now that I think about it.
Well, man, that is a reality dating show I would love to see. And
I'm serious. If you look, I'm sure if you just look, it's on YouTube somewhere. You just say Lego dating ad.
Dating ad. All right, Lego dating ad.
There were
how
3 couples.
To apply season 2? Please cast me. No. All right, so.
Oh, you want to be on a dating show? Did I just hear you say you want to be on a dating show?
I would 100% go on that Lego dating show. Let me tell you.
Okay, you heard it right here.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to give you full screen. I want to see this. I want this documented here.
What? Lego. If you plan to make more dating show content, call me up. I will be the face of your campaign. Sure, do that.
I'm sorry. That is great.
Welcome to Bad Marketing Advice 101.
And I will say, Lego, I will not be on one of those shows if you're going to do a Lego dating show similar to that ad that you did for Valentine's Day, I think maybe 2019, 2020. I will not be on one of those with you. But thank you for the offer. I would be happy, though, to take your Lego and build it for you alone. That was a little minor segue there.
It really seems like a slam dunk. But
well, they talked about that in the ad. They interviewed the couples, and they said, how was that experience? And they said it was really great, because when you meet somebody for the first time, it's very awkward, right? That you don't know what to say, you don't know them, and then they can concentrate on the instructions in the book, and somebody can say, hey, can you pass me this piece? And they start building it together. But you're right. Why haven't they done a Lego couples reality show?
Yeah.
You might be the first contestant there.
I will be the first in line to apply. I don't know if they'll make me the first contestant, but
wow. See, this is where you and I really differ.
No, this is,
I don't see myself on a show like that.
It has come to this, drag my personal life through the mud, match me up with someone who's the complete opposite so we can have wacky disagreements. Fine.
Wow.
Whatever.
I learned something about you all the time, Remy.
So whatever else happens.
The guy who makes the rose, that Lego rose, and that you have to give the Lego rose to one of the contestants, or?
Yeah. Oh my God. The Lego Bachelor.
Lego Bachelor.
Yeah, the Lego Bachelor, but
we got to do that as a spoof. Oh my God, that would be hilarious.
The women would get there and they would be disappointed. They'd be like, I thought it was not a real person. I thought it was Lego that I was competing for. And then they'd be like, no, it's this guy.
You give the Lego rose to somebody and they say, can I give this rose back?
I have that set actually already. So
right.
You have the tulips? No. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's funny. That is hilarious. We're gonna have to clip this part of the show. Just that Remy wants to be on the Lego Bachelor.
Yeah, oh my God, I would love to be on. Or the Lego Bachelorette. Either way, whatever else happens on those shows, whatever would happen on a Lego dating show, the Lego would be real at least. you could always hang on to that. So
Wow. Wow. That's surprising. Honestly, I'm really surprised.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And I will tell you, folks, we did not plan this discussion before the show.
How
This
could
has
you
all
plan
been
any of
dynamic.
this? Like,
And I'm still in shock that you would actually go
yeah,
on a Lego Bachelor show.
yeah.
Like,
Put me on
wow.
TV, see what happens. Yeah, it'll be fine. It's nothing bad. It's not a threat. I'm not threatening you or anyone.
No, but
Just
we should have this discussion on another show. But
yeah.
but I'm just saying that. Wow. I mean, it's surprising me. Yeah.
Well, it's really weird. Like for the past like year or so, I have a
Mm-hmm.
hard time like watching scripted television that is new. And I'm not sure why that is, but I can watch like almost any trashy like dating reality show that's out there. So I it's very oddly comforting. In a way that like fiction just like isn't anymore. So
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Well, this is great. So
Yeah.
we're going to have to put it out there. Maybe we can create a
Yeah.
Lego Bachelor show on this
It's a
channel.
Lego Bachelor.
We could create it. Here's
Yeah.
Remy, the Lego Bachelor, and here are our contestants.
Here are contestants.
Why not? If there are, 5 or 6 women who want to be interviewed and, to go on a date with you sometime, let's do it.
Oh man,
The
I don't know if we have the
Broadcast
budget for
Network will
this.
be expanding into. We can't call it The Bachelor, and we can't call it
No.
Lego, right? Because those are brand names. So we'll have to call it something like, I don't know, the
Like
Brick Stud.
that's so like on the nose of like what an executive would like call
We call
that
it the
show.
Brick Stud.
Yeah.
The Brick Stud dating game.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. My light just went out.
And all right. Well, we'll workshop that. Anyway, okay. While Naomi sorts her light out, yeah, season 1 was a great season. I'm trying to think of other honorable mention builds from that season. Really, everything from the cut in half challenge was also good. Like Aaron and Christian, I think they also did like an underwater. They had a diver's helmet, so they did an underwater helm with like an octopus and stuff like that. And Crystal and Amy had the globe, which is always like the globe is the hardest. It's the hardest one of all the cut in half objects. It's always like a trap. Like you think the globe would be easy, but no, it's difficult.
It's a trap. Yeah, spoiler alert. That happened on Lego Masters New Zealand too.
Yeah.
The team that got the globe.
Yeah. But no, they built some cool dragons, I thought. So
yeah, they definitely did.
All right, season 2. Season 2 was shot in extreme lockdown. And like it was shot
Atlanta,
in a bubble
as well.
So
the difference, season 1 was shot in Los Angeles. And season 2 was shot in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And part of that, from what I understand, is that they could have a controlled environment.
Yeah. See, back in whoever's watching this in the future, we used to take the coronavirus seriously. And for things like the NBA, for other sports, you would have what's called a bubble, where all the people would just quarantine together and like nobody would go in and out for the duration of the tournament. Like the NBA did this for the finals and playoffs, and they did this for Lego Masters season 2. So some of the contestants were like, yeah, we didn't get the experience of like season 1 where the contestants
where they got to bond.
Yeah.
And also season 1, they went to Disneyland together.
Yeah. They got to go to Disneyland and go to the Lego store, just wherever they wanted.
Yeah. Those were the days.
Yeah. But all right, let's look at some builds from season 2. Still great stuff. So yeah, let's start with Jack and Dawn. This is Kelsey's butterfly. And this was from episode 1, which was the parade challenge. Everybody had to build a parade float with some motion. So the wings moved.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. And this was a tribute to their, I believe, their niece.
Yes. Yeah, their niece who passed away from a disorder, and unfortunately, and she loved having butterflies around.
Yep.
And this is kind of Dawn's signature part of her builds. She often puts butterflies in her builds. When we did the apartment challenge for Tricky Bricks, she had a nice butterfly on the wall of Kelsey's apartment. So she made an apartment that was in tribute to Kelsey. And she also liked those butterflies that were in one of the Encanto sets, because you remember in Encanto, there's the big butterfly scenes. So she uses a lot of those too.
I have not seen Encanto.
What?
Yeah,
what?
It's just one of those. It's like Lightyear. It's on the list. Just haven't seen it yet.
Wow. Do you have Disney Plus?
I do have Disney Plus.
Okay. You need to watch Encanto.
I need to just take a weekend and go through the catalog.
Lightyear, you probably don't need to see Lightyear. It's an okay film, but Encanto is freaking amazing.
Okay. Good to know. But yeah, this was an amazing build, and the wings, flapped up and down. They had an issue with weight, I think. Like in the middle of the episode, but they sorted it out before parade time.
Yeah, no, it's just gorgeous, and I just love the color combination that they had, and it's very sweet. It's a very sweet build.
Yeah. All right, next up we have this is Lauren and Brian's Lola and Pollen Pot, and this was from episode 2, which was the explosion challenge.
Yes.
Everyone got a minifigure and then had to build a scene that exploded around it. And here you can see this
little ladybug, right?
Ladybug. That's Ladybug has the detonator here, and the detonator is going back.
I just love that lotus leaf too. So beautiful. Yeah. And of course,
the leaf is great.
Frog. Yeah. And I think the frog used minifigure legs to do that.
Yeah, because for the tongue, it was
that technique when I made a seahorse, and I used that to make the curve of the bottom of the seahorse. So yeah. But Lauren and Brian had just really amazing whimsical creatures. Since you said you like whimsical creatures. Hello, Brickshot. Hi.
What's up?
What's
and
up?
Really the reeds in the background are such like a really like easy, simple detail, but they take up the perfect amount of space.
Right.
So it
gives
feels
you the height
like
and the focal point too for the frog. Yeah. No, this was brilliantly done.
Yeah. So great job, Lauren and Brian. All right, next up we've got Dave and Richard's Pride of Carnival. This was from the headgear challenge.
Yeah.
You had to make a headgear, and you had to make some other necklace, bracelet, whatever. And you had to just stand still for like 5 seconds without touching the build. So Richard wore this helmet, and he
spoiler alert,
he walked down the runway.
Well, it was so ambitious, and also it was very heavy. Yeah. Because of those long, spokes that are part of that headdress. And it is just, the colors are amazing and they're beautiful. And really their builds in general were just very ambitious, and also had a lot of different details, and this one as well.
Yeah, and speaking of the colors, they clarified this afterwards. They didn't talk about it on the episode, but this was expressly intended to be a pride build, as in LGBTQ. So that was cool. And I think they also talked about, like, the previous challenge was the shaking building challenge, and they had won that in a pretty convincing fashion. So they talked about having like a blank check to just go wild on the next build.
Yeah,
So that's what
they
did.
were pretty safe from elimination, so they weren't
Yeah.
too worried.
Yeah. So yeah, I feel bad for everybody's neck in this challenge. I'm sure it was not fun, and like some people even got scrapes and cuts.
Oh yeah, I think
But
it was the twins, right, who had that big, like, cake-looking thing that they had on their
Mhm.
head, and they had something that moved back and forth, so he had to, like, lean back and forth to get
Oh
the
yeah, it
thing
was
to
like
go.
a cup and a saucer that would like
Oh
move
my
back and
god,
forth
that
in
thing
like a
was
comic.
so heavy, and I think they said that he, like, his head was, like, cut up from the
Yeah.
Lego.
So,
I think that's probably why they haven't done that challenge in other countries.
again, like probably the best challenge of the season, honestly. Like definitely one of my favorites. But just be a little safer next time, you know.
Well, they should have
But
provided the contestants with, like, beanies or something to protect their heads.
yeah, just lesson learned. It's very like American. Just do it this way, and if you get hurt, we'll
Yeah,
fix it
if you
next
get cut,
time.
yeah, we'll
Yeah,
figure it out.
the show must go on. All right, next we have also from the same challenge. I personally love this hat, Michelle and Natalie's like just
Mhm.
wild aircraft carrier hat.
And you
Not
know
they
what
didn't
this
use that
is?
word, but I just
This is a top hat. Remember our
yes,
last episode, we had top cats and top hats.
yes,
So
this
we
is
could have added
definitely a
this
top hat.
one to our review.
And they
And
use like I really
hello,
like they use
hello,
the capes
Hashtag
on the
Travel.
sides.
Congratulations. You just won a poster from Dave and Richard. Celebration of Black people. Awesome. And yes,
Um,
those colors look good together.
yeah, anything black and gold, and
Hmm.
the netting is
The
great
netting was
in these
really amazing. And the
little
fact that
cape
it was not
pieces.
symmetrical
Hmm.
really made it special.
And just these little
Hmm.
I don't know if these are transparent blue or not, but
Those
just these
look
little
like
highlights.
lily pads to me. Because don't they
Yeah, I
come
can't.
in those colors?
Maybe I just can't tell if they're like the transparent jewel pieces.
Hmm.
Um,
I
but
don't
yeah,
think
either
they
way,
are.
yeah,
It's still really well done.
good stuff. All right, and then finally we have Caleb and Jacobs. This is from the One Hanging Brick Challenge.
Hmm.
This is their castle and
The
associated
floating
islands.
castles.
Yeah, so you have these, just little
Hmm.
farmy islands everywhere.
And you know what else they're known for?
Yeah, the Castle Brothers.
They're the Castle Bros, the new Castle Bros. Spoiler alert. So, for those of you who haven't seen season 2, there's
Mhm.
a lot of Caleb and Jacob antics. Let's just call it
Yeah,
that.
this was the season of the brothers, for better or
Yeah.
worse.
Yes, brothers
Um,
and brothers and brothers. And we
but
will talk about that when we get to the contestants for season 3. But
mhm.
let's just say it would be nice if they had some sister teams, Lego and Fox, to showcase as well.
Mhm. Yeah, I think who was it? I'm blanking on the names now from New Zealand. Sarah and Emily, the first all-female team in a finals of
Hmm.
any series. So
Yeah,
let's see if we can do better this year. But
yeah.
speaking
We'll
of the
see. We'll
finals,
see.
yeah,
And
the
here are the brothers.
finale, yeah, the finale this time, like they had to build to a theme, and like the theme was night and day. Um, so like the build had to look a certain way in the light and a certain way in the darkness.
Hmm.
These photos are from the Legoland Florida Facebook page, where all the
Oh.
builds currently are, I think,
Hmm.
or at least they were. But yeah, here's Zach and Wayne's finale build.
Yep.
Um, and again, there's a whole bunch of scenes in this
In each layer
tower.
of the tower. Yeah.
Mhm. Here's Caleb and Jacob's hourglass here. Uh,
The Castle Bros. I really loved how ambitious they were doing night and day, especially one upside down, because there's a portion where they had to literally turn it upside down and connect the pieces together.
Yeah.
And that is so nerve-wracking. But the fact they got it to work is just phenomenal.
Yeah. And then we have our winners of season 2.
Spoiler alert.
Steve and Mark. Yeah. Yeah, at this point, we have no mercy for you. Spoilers will continue.
Well, we're a spoiler-rich show, so even next week when we start talking about season 3, we will have spoilers. So
it's actually, well, yeah. Now that I think about it, this is probably the last spoiler for seasons 1 and 2. Like that's it. That's all we can do for now. So
well, and the other thing about this season is that the 3 finalists were all the brother teams. And there was a lot of discussion about it was, I think, Natalie and Michelle were the 4th team, and they got eliminated. And it was kind of like, you had a chance. They did a really amazing job. Maybe they had a couple flaws in there, but it was almost as if it was destiny. I'll put that in quotes, because it was not the destiny of what the Fox network wanted to see, right?
The last challenge happens to be in an area where two of the teams have excelled for years. And we also have a special engineering component. So if you're good at building engineering things and building, the furthest out.
Right. The elimination challenge was the one with the bridge that they had to build, right? Off of the like 8 studs or little bricks off a wall. And they had to build horizontally, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had to build a castle out horizontally. And
right. And that's how they became the Castle Bros. Right? The new Castle Bros. Well, regardless, it was still 3 great teams who competed against each other. It was really good entertainment, really wonderful final builds, and kudos to Stephen and Mark for doing such a great job.
Making a fun creature. Definitely deserve the win. All right, so
Brick Jedi says they said they had some inspiration from the Iron Giant for this build.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. That's cool.
That's cool.
All right, so let's look ahead at season 3 now.
Dun dun dun. So for those of you who don't know, next week on Wednesday will actually be the season premiere of season 3 North America, Lego Masters North America. And we'll show you why we're calling it North America, because of the makeup of the teams. And I believe there's 12 teams.
Yes.
What's that?
12 teams.
Yes, 12 teams, and several of them are Canadian. And I think 1 team is from Mexico. So that's why we're calling it Lego Masters Season 3 North America.
Yeah. And, good for them. Yeah, I don't know why they don't have like a Canadian and Mexican version yet, but maybe they will in the future. But until then, come on down. But yeah, let's take a look at the teams, some of the builds from the teams. If I can get this to do. Yeah, okay. So first up is EB Bricks. And he does a lot of monochrome builds and also like little mosaics. So definitely go check him out on Instagram. Let's see if I can find.
Now that is this the Aziza and what's the team name for this one?
Hang on. Let's. I definitely been more prepared for this. Okay. Let's find them. There we go. Aziza and Eddie.
So that's why it's EB Bricks. Is that right? On
yeah,
Instagram?
I guess. Yeah, I'm not sure what his middle name is, but that's what he goes by.
Okay.
I think they are brother and sister.
They're definitely brother and sister.
Okay. So yeah, that's our first team. So go check his builds out. Let's see. Maybe I can go through here. That'd be really perfect. Okay, yeah. Oh, look at that. It's gonna line up. Next up is we are very organized here. My staff has worked tirelessly around the clock.
We appreciate you for doing all of the
together.
visuals for this. Yeah.
I'm gonna
John
turn
and
my air
Xavier.
conditioning on for no reason.
Yep.
Anyway,
So
John and Xavier.
Yep. They're the
Yeah.
anime guys. They're not related to each other. They're just big fans of anime.
Yeah, they're just friends. And here's Xavier's page, Exviloria, and this is a sample of his stuff. He builds like really interesting characters and faces and all kinds of fun scenes. Let's take a look at a few of his other creations.
Anime is definitely a huge influence to him with a lot of the builds that he's chosen.
Yeah, so this is a really cool figure from an anime called Love
It looks
Live.
like a Sailor Moon type of build.
Yeah. And like the detailing on the skirt is pretty great,
That's amazing.
It's really hard to get that look.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And such small spindly legs to hold the build up.
Well, it's anime. Like, what are you gonna do?
No, I'm just talking from an engineering point of view. It's just those tiny legs to make sure that those will support the rest of the build.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, those are tiny, those legs. Yeah. And look at how heavy the body is.
It is very top heavy. Let's see if there's more angles here. Kind of. Yeah, it looks like it's just balanced on that one leg, and the other is at a very interesting angle.
Well, it does make a triangle at the bottom, so maybe that's why it's really strong.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here's some leg detailing.
So Brick Jedi predicts that I feel like that's going to be a strong team, John and Xavier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any kind of character work, they're gonna do great at those challenges.
Yeah,
like look at this, like work in progress here. Like
I love the eyes. OMG, those eyes are amazing. Eyes. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, that's John and Xavier. So we'll look forward to them. Next up is Dave and Emily, who are, I believe, Canadian. Not from the U.S.
They're Canadians and they're brother and sister. So there's several brother and sister teams this year.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll have the all brother sister final.
I think we might. We might.
This is Brick Lettuce. And this is from Game of Thrones. And this was made, back when the series was really good. This is the wall in the north. And just
did you hate the season finale too?
I did not care for the last season.
No spoilers. We won't give you spoilers. Well, let's just say all this time, we've been so invested in Daenerys and Arya and Jon Snow and all of these other characters, and it just was a twist at the end. Who actually sits on the Iron Throne?
Yeah, the twist is that the showrunners didn't care anymore, so they were like, "No, we don't want to do it." HBO was even like, "Look, we'll give you more money," and they're like, "No, we're done." I will
say the story arc for Arya is by far the best.
Yeah,
that story arc should have been towards the end.
Yeah,
but they ended her story arc like midway through the last season, and then you're kind of going, oh, "Okay, now what?"
Yeah.
And the other scene with Arya that I absolutely loved is when her and Sansa confront Littlefinger.
Yeah, that scene was a long time coming.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
great. That was one of my favorite scenes. But they had
Yeah.
some amazing strong women in that season, so you got to give them props for that. But the last season was just awful.
Yeah. But this
Now,
build is like the
are
wall
you
is
watching House of
spectacular.
Dragon?
I am watching House of the Dragon because I mean mostly because it's on. You know, it's fine. It's like, but like for the first like 2 or 3 episodes, like all they do is have meetings, and like even the dragons have a meeting, and nothing happens. That's my review of the first 3 episodes. So I mean now in the last couple of weeks, stuff has started to happen.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those series is like they make a lot of poor decisions in that series, like kind of for no reason. So I don't know if I
Well,
really
I
like it
do
that
like
much.
that Matt Smith is playing a Targaryen and he's evil, which you don't really expect from Matt Smith, who's played Doctor Who in so many seasons.
He is also the villain in Morbius, which has gone straight to Netflix because Disney
And
Plus was like, no.
He's also a villain in Last Night in Soho.
I have not seen that. No.
Yeah, that one's the camera work in that was amazing. That one has Anya Taylor-Joy in it as well. And I don't think it lasted very long, but he was, I shouldn't say he was the villain because the villain is kind of complicated in that. And I don't want to give spoilers for it, but I will say that I enjoyed that movie.
Cool. That's have to put it on the list of things that I will try to get to someday and fail.
First, so. See Encanto before you see Last
I'll watch Encanto first.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, this, you know, all the trees down here, the giant creatures, the wall itself is just amazing.
Really well done.
So yeah, looking forward to what they do on season 3.
Right.
So now let's look at.
And there was a preview with Emily meeting also Chris Pratt, where Chris Pratt like shows up in the brick pit and she turns around. He goes, "Oh, hi." She's like, "Ah." Since you were talking about, you know, Terry Crews, that's like the Terry Crews moment.
It's a Terry Crews moment. Yeah.
That's when she gets to meet Chris Pratt. So that was in the previews. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, next up we have Brandon and Greg. Let's see. And
I don't know very much about this team.
No, they don't have a ton of stuff online, but they do a lot of. I can't remember. I don't know if this is Brandon or Greg or both of them, but Monotogo Studios is their Instagram, and they do a lot of stop motion. So,
nice.
Yeah, just to anyone watching this, this is one of their stop motion films, Atlas. It's up on YouTube, or go to their Instagram. They have a link to it, I'm sure. But yeah, go watch it. It's like 5 minutes long, and it's really amazing. So.
Cool. Now, are they just friends as well, similar to John and Xavier?
Don't know. I don't know.
I haven't seen very many promos of this team, so that's why I was curious.
Yeah, don't know.
So that's like, what is it, the underdog team, or we're not sure about what this team's going to do?
Just the wild card, you know.
Wild card, that's it.
Wild card, or the dark horse, maybe. Dark horse.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, go watch that Atlas short film. Let's see. Here's this is some of the shots from the making of Atlas.
Oh wow! Look at the detail on the. Yeah. I've done some stop motion, and I've realized that I needed to do more work on the scenery, and they've clearly built out their scene really well.
Yeah.
And it looks like they have a dolly there. If you go, I don't know if you can. I don't think you can go back with video on Instagram, but it looks like they have a dolly on the camera to do those pan in shots and pan out shots.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe they're gonna have a stop motion challenge. Oh, that would be awesome.
God.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe if they gave them like 3 days, maybe. That's like a
No, you
3-day
could do a
challenge, and they'd be
stop-motion
stressed the
animation.
entire time.
You could do a stop motion animation in what, 15 hours? Yeah, you could.
Okay, cool. Yeah, they're also working on this thing called Wandering Skies, which looks pretty cool. So go check that out.
Nice.
But yeah, not too much info about these guys. So I guess we'll look forward to being surprised.
We'll know more next week after
Yeah.
we watch the episode.
We will know slightly more. We will at least see a build from them. So
we'll know as much as you'll know, and then we'll just
Yes.
give you our opinion.
Yeah. We'll speculate wildly to fill in the gaps.
And we might have an appearance by the Panda Pundit too.
That is also anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible when you're part of a team, unfortunately.
Yes.
All right, let's see who's next. Is these two? Who are these two? Christine and Michelle.
Christine and Michelle,
friends of the show.
They're from Mexico and they're friends.
Yeah.
And they love to dance. In
They
fact, if you watch, I think, which is the one, Legos con Tacos, I think. Which one is that? Is that Michelle or Christine?
Michelle is Michelle Crafty Life, and Christine is Legos Tacos Burritos.
Oh, that's it.
And
Legos
on
Tacos
Instagram,
Burritos.
and also STEM powered by tacos. So she's like Corey. She's a Lego educator.
Right, and one of them is very, very active on Instagram Reels. And they love to dance, and they even talked about that in their interview.
I think Tacos also she teaches like kids Lego classes and also like adult Zumba classes. So she's a lot of teaching.
That's awesome. That's
a lot of
awesome.
lesson prep.
Yeah, and they even showed some clips of the two of them dancing together on the show. So they look like they're going to be a really fun team to watch.
And it was also fun for me because I randomly ran into both of them at different points of the day at Brick Fair, Virginia. So
cool.
Yeah, got to talk to them a little bit.
Nice.
Obviously, we know them from online. And it was funny because like Michelle and I and like her family, we all stayed in the same hotel. Like I got on the elevator and they were already on, and I was like, "Hey, I know you from the internet," just to make it as weird as possible. I was like,
"Would you like to go on a Lego date on a Lego bachelor?"
No. She was with her family, and no, I don't do that.
For those of you who missed the earlier comment, rewind back about half an hour into the show.
At your peril.
And we asked Remy, because we talked about why hasn't Lego done a Lego bachelor show, right? Because they've done an ad where they took a Lego product and they put two people together on the first date. So Remy said he would go on a Lego bachelor show.
What I said or didn't say, really, who can tell?
It's recorded.
I'm certainly not going to admit to it. So
it's recorded.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that could be really an awkward experience, is to go into an elevator and just say, "Hey."
I was like surprised.
Would you like to be on the Lego bachelor show?
No, I did not. I was just like, "Hey, I know you." It was almost worse what I said.
Selfie or anything like that, or did they say anything? Or
no, I'm not. I'm still at there were a lot of cast from season 3 at Brick Fair, Virginia, but I didn't really interact with too many people just because I'm still like, don't come near me, like in public or otherwise. So
you probably don't want to say that on the Lego Bachelor show.
No, yeah, this is. I'm the Lego Bachelor, but don't come near me unless you're wearing a mask and like a hazmat suit.
That's true. You are very. You're
yeah,
hyper vigilant when it comes to COVID, which is great.
Tape your COVID vaccination card to your outfit, your evening dress or whatever, and then then we can go from there.
I almost did a spit take there.
No, it's
tape your COVID vaccine card to your evening dress. Did I hear that right?
Instead of like a flower or other garnish, just corsage. That's the word, not garnish. Just have your vaccination card
partially off of you, the garnish. Yeah. Put your COVID-19 card on there. Oh my God. This is chock full of Remyisms. That's what I'm going to call them. Remyisms. Yes.
Yeah. Women are not food. That's gross. That's a gross attitude. I don't think that. I just couldn't think of the word corsage, and I was trying to think of something flower-like that goes on a thing.
But the fact that you kind of segued from the COVID-19 card to a garnish.
This is great. Like Christine and Michelle are not going to come on the show right now. This is great that we're doing this during their introduction segment.
I don't know. I don't think we're going to lead with that when we invite them to the
show. But anyway, back to Brick Fair, Virginia. Some of them had builds out, and Christine had this crazy Punisher build that I didn't get a picture of, unfortunately. But it was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah. And let's look at Michelle's account here. Yeah, let's look at this Forestman shield made out of wood.
Whoa.
Because she makes a lot of crazy stuff. Like you'll see it here at the end in a second. So yeah, but she's got the logo and everything, and
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think she had this at Brick Fair, Virginia, but look at that. Yeah, see?
That is dope.
Yeah, it's like an amazing,
totally dope.
Perfect replica.
God.
Yeah.
And it's a shield. So wow.
Yeah. So
that is cool.
Like other stuff.
I'm looking forward to seeing what they do.
Yeah, I don't know what this is, but this is
looks like food.
Oh, okay. Well, don't do this.
They're making. She's fun. The one Lego tacos burritos.
Yeah.
Or is this Michelle?
No, she's Michelle Crafty Life. That's
okay.
I guess sometimes
that's a really cool build. Yeah. That one. Wow.
Yeah, that's
wow,
very cool.
That's so creative.
Well.
And wow, just the balancing on that too.
Yeah. Yeah, don't eat Lego, kids, even though it looks delicious. Yeah, that's the thing. You can't, even if you cook it first, you can't cook it properly. Don't eat Lego.
There is a person who does stop motion of cooking things, and they do such a good job when they're slicing like a tomato or something. I'm trying to remember the name of the builder.
Isn't Allison Gale Lego? Because I know she does a lot of food stuff.
No, she does just really good sculpture, but I'm talking about a stop motion animator who will, for example, they'll break an egg, a Lego egg, and then out comes like a pouring of yellow and white onto a pan. And then they'll have little studs moving on the pan so it looks like it's sizzling. I'll have to look it up for next.
Yeah, we'll have to find that. I do think I've seen that, but I can't remember who it is because I remember them slicing, the slicing motion.
They do a lot of slicing, and then they show frying motions, and then they turn something over, and then it's partially burnt on one side.
Yeah. But all right, so that's
is this the builder Tomosteen? Maybe.
Tomosteen. We'll check that later.
Thank you, Brick Jedi.
Yeah, thanks, Brick Jedi. But yeah, so that's Christina and Michelle.
I'm really looking forward to watching these two.
Yeah, they're going to be a lot of fun. I'm sure they're going to build some amazing stuff.
Definitely.
All right, next up we have Austin and Justin.
Oh yeah, the doctors, the pediatricians.
Pediatricians.
They're both pediatricians.
There are doctors, and then there are pediatricians. So yeah, they should be interesting. Also, not a team that I know a lot about. There's Austin Block Doc, who reminds us that there's 1 week to go. before Lego Masters, but they don't. They're another team that doesn't have a ton posted online, and I'm
Right.
not gonna like go looking for it. You know.
Speculate. Well,
Yeah.
I think too, these two, they're so busy with work, right? That I think
Yes.
they're both doctors. Now, are they both
Mhm.
doctors at the same hospital, or are they doctors from two different hospitals?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they work together or what their deal
But
is,
they're
but
both pediatricians, so
yeah.
the likelihood that they're both in
Mhm.
that in that
Yes.
same
What
world in
like
the same hospital would probably
yeah,
be likely.
yeah, and I'm
I'm
sure they
gonna say
work
they are because it
obscene
gives them
hours.
time to build together. Yeah.
Mhm. They get probably 5 minutes a day on their lunch break together to throw something together, and that's that's really that's what you want in your doctor, really. You don't want them to be like sitting at home
You just
with their
don't want them to
massive
have
city
loose
that they've
Lego in the surgical wing.
yeah.
You
Oh
know?
my God,
You
no Lego in the surgical wing.
no Lego in the surgical wing. Yeah.
Ask me how I know. No,
Uh-oh.
um, no, like you always hear those. Anyway,
It
I'm
reminds me
sure.
of
Yeah,
the Seinfeld episode where they had the
yeah.
what was it? It
The
was the
Milk
mint.
Duds,
No, it was
Junior Mints,
the mint one.
Yeah, Junior Mints.
Junior mints. That's right. Junior mint ends up in the body. Yeah. That was
Yeah,
like, whoa.
no, I'm
But
sure
anyway,
they're
we
very
digress.
professional.
But we
Mhm.
digress. Let's
Yes.
continue. Austin and
Uh,
Justin. And you said Justin doesn't have an account?
I don't think they have a social media presence.
Okay.
That's that much.
So, suggestion for you future contestants, make sure you have some sort of social media
Mhm.
presence
But
for
again,
pundits like us.
mm, again, that's what you want in a doctor. You don't want your doctor to be like uh, posting reels of like in surgery, LOL. You know, that's not what you want. So anyway, looking forward to seeing what these guys do on the
Mm-hmm.
season.
Yep.
Um,
I'm waiting for my friend, my friend.
yeah,
Where's my friend? There he is.
there it is. Nick and Stacy are up
Nick,
next.
Nick, Nick and Stacy.
Stacy,
So Nick, I know, as you know, through
some
the Brick
guy
Relay on
I
Twitch.
I did not know, but so that's good.
Well, yeah, we knew he was on once they showed the promo videos. I
Mhm,
mean, he's so obvious, right? When you see him, and he is an amazing builder.
mhm.
So I am
Yeah,
super stoked.
mhm. This is apparently one of his ideas projects that's up on ideas right now.
Hmm.
So you can go check out his Instagram and maybe uh, give it a follow. It looks like the original patent for Lego. That could be a really cool set.
Hmm.
That's definitely like something different and something you could really like. It's not like a massive, ideas set. It's nice to have like a small ideas set that's also like
Hmm.
really
It could
good for
be a gift
display.
with purchase or
Yeah.
polybag. Hmm.
Yeah. So, but yeah, he has. Let's see what other stuff he's got here. I don't know how he managed to get a PS5 because they are hard to get still. So he's, if he wants to show off his PS5, that's cool. But at least he put some Lego in it.
Well, you may or may not know this, but he's a Lego fan media site. So
No,
he's
he's
an RLFM, recognized
Ruffle.
Lego fan media. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. It's good to know that doesn't like disqualify you for being on Lego
Right.
Masters.
Now,
Like,
there's been several people who've applied, and it does
Mhm.
not disqualify you. And clearly, he's made a business of streaming, and that's what they're known as. The team of the influencers. And I know this because I've had a chat with Brick and Nick, especially on his stream as well. And so he streams on Twitch mostly, and he got to know Stacy through some of the work that she's been doing, and he reached out to her. So that was an interesting little background
Mhm.
tidbit. is that he reached out to her, and then they started building remotely and then started building together when they were in person. And she has an amazing site as well. So, and I think it's the Stacy, I want to say the Stacy Ray.
Here we go. It's
whatever her last name is.
Let's take a look at it. It's the Stacy Roy on Instagram.
Roy, the Stacy Roy.
Yeah, and here's some of her amazing Tomb Raider cosplay.
Oh, she has a variety stream. She doesn't do exclusively Lego, whereas Brick and Nick does exclusively Lego.
Yeah.
She has a big cooking site. She does a lot of cooking channel work. Yeah, so if you get a chance to follow her, and her production values are amazing. I mean, I'm always joking that mine is like, bubble gum and duct tape, right? Her productions are so beautiful. Just the slow motion that she does, like just dropping strawberries into a blender or something. Oh, there she is.
Yeah, well, these cosplay shots are amazing. She's got a few more on her Instagram. Let's see.
Yeah, so you can see she doesn't do as much Lego on her Instagram.
No, but here, she's like Amy and Crystal. They're cosplayers too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, looking forward to high production values, I guess, in their builds.
Well, I said her stream is very high production value.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure about her as a builder, quite honestly. I know Nick can build really well. I'm just not familiar with her and her abilities to build.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they'll be good.
I'm going to be cheering them on. That's one of my teams that I'm cheering on.
I should really follow more people on Twitch. I'm not on there at all.
Yes, you should. Even your co-host, you should follow your co-host. Speaking of which, if you've been enjoying this stream, please like and subscribe to the Brickanista Broadcast Network.
Honestly, if you're enjoying the stream, maybe take a break.
Just hit that like button right now. What's stopping you from hitting the like button?
Yeah. All right. Anyway, moving on. Good luck, Nick and Stacy. Next up is Carrie and Patrick.
The grandpappies.
Yes.
I love these guys.
Yeah. I'm gonna pause out of here for a second. Let's see. So Patrick, I didn't know who this guy was, but he's the guy that if you've been to a convention on the East Coast in the last year or two, you've seen Mustafar, and Patrick is Mustafar. I didn't recognize it because he's always wearing the Imperial uniform. He's got the cap on. So, like, this guy comes up and starts talking to me at Brick Fair, Virginia. And he's like, "Yeah, I like your tree, all this stuff." And I'm like, "All right." And he's like, "Yeah, I know this, and I'm Patrick." I was like, "Oh, you're that guy. That's cool."
You're that guy. That's you.
That's you. No, I don't know if I have like face blindness or whatever, but I did not recognize him. But yeah, the first time I saw this was at the convention in Raleigh, like the very first one, and it was only like half built, but it was still pretty impressive. And then he had this fully built after lockdown. I think I forget when it was last year in West Virginia. There was a convention, and he was there in his Imperial officer's uniform. And I didn't get to talk to him because that place was mobbed. But he had a bunch of those transparent orange cheese wedges that make up the lava, and he was like giving one to every kid and saying like, "Here, now you have a piece of Mustafar, now you can enjoy it. Now you can go build something of your own." And I thought that was really awesome.
That's a cool way to engage your audience too.
So yeah. And then
this couple of grandfathers is so adorable.
Yeah. So Carrie was also at Brick Fair, Virginia, but I didn't see him. But I did talk to his niece randomly. So hopefully I'll get to talk to him at some point.
Okay.
No, it's again, it was just a weird time, but I made it weird. So anyway, but I'm
have
trying.
to start
everybody.
off with a different line, because I'm sure all these celebrities are always like, "Oh, I saw you on Lego Masters," or "Hey, I know you." And what's your favorite color? What's your favorite piece? What's your favorite element? You got to come up with something a little more interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. But let's look at, I want to look briefly at.
We're still missing a couple of the teams.
Oh yeah. We're not done yet. Sorry. I just want to
Okay.
find
I was
one
going to say
thing.
we're running on an hour and a half already. So hopefully
Yeah,
we're almost done, folks. I think we have 3 more teams roughly?
I think so, but let me just share this real quick. This is one of Carrie's builds. If I can get my computer to cooperate. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, he had this at Brick Fair, Virginia, and it was just like I was just so captivated by this.
Nice.
Like I really don't like mosaics, like the art mosaic sets, because they're just like flat. But I love it when it's like layered,
three-dimensional, yeah.
Has different textures.
This is like those sketches, those brick sketches that Chris McVeigh does. But this one's a little more detailed. That's nice.
So this is La Fia Bouquet, LP cover, Layla, Derek, and the dominoes from a painting. La Fia
Nice.
Bouquet. So apparently this is an album cover. I don't have the reference handy, but
wow,
it was just a really cool build to see in person. So really looking forward to what these guys are going to do this season. All right, and now we'll go back to the teams. Yep. Okay. So yeah, that is Patrick and Carrie.
I think we have 3 more, maybe 4 more.
Yeah. Next up is Emily and Liam.
Yes.
So Emily and
Mother
Liam.
and son team. And when I saw these names, Emily and Liam, it's the same Emily and Liam names that were on Lego Masters New Zealand.
Yeah, oh my God, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a weird coincidence.
Isn't it a weird coincidence? Yeah.
It's so weird. But
what's interesting about this team is they dress them up in the same color for every episode. So their theme is a color. So this particular shot is green. There's another episode, I think they're wearing yellow. So they've had a number of shots that way.
Yeah. I mean, that's just executives like freaking out and thinking that, oh, the audience won't be able to understand unless we put them in the same color.
No, they have to have some shtick, right? Like you have the Canadian hockey jerseys for that team, and you have the scrubs for the pediatricians. Yeah. So this team is the color team. They just dress them in the same color.
So anyway, this is, Emily's Instagram, and Brickster Productions is Liam's, and he had a lot of these amazing figurines at Brick Fair, Virginia. And Emily also built a few of them. I believe she built the Wonder Woman. Let me see if there's a shot of it in here. But they had the Zelda. You may have seen this on Ideas. But they have just a ton of great. There's Ray and Jordan.
Wow.
And there's also a few from.
Now, are those articulating figures too?
Yeah, I believe these are all articulated. They all have like a really good range of motion.
I
And
love the archer.
I'm not sure. I want to say this is Hawkeye, but I'm not 100% sure.
It's hard to tell from this distance. It could be Hunger Games.
Oh yeah, it could be
ponytail.
Katniss.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be Katniss. I don't know. So let's see. And they also had Miss Marvel here. But anyway, yeah, go check out Brickster Productions and Emily and Liam. All right, so next is Miranda and Drew, and they are again brother sister
team, and the Idaho people. Holy potato team.
Yeah, if you mark it on your bingo card, that's the fourth or fifth brother sister team. And let's see, Miranda doesn't have much of a social media presence, but Drew here, Drew's we can see this. Drew is Percival Bricks, and you can see there's just this amazing Empire State Building, and then just kind of casually hanging out in the background is this massive Avengers Tower, like lit up with all these other buildings.
The lighting is amazing, and online you can see their interview reel that they submitted to Lego Masters. And they're just an adorable brother-sister combo.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see that, but I'll have to go back.
Yeah, and then they say, holy potato. Will Arnett says, okay, you got to give them, the model shot and look at the camera and say, holy potato.
That's the danger of going on Lego Masters. Will get you to say and do things that you otherwise might not do.
If you're going to be on a Lego Bachelor show, you're probably going to have some similar things too.
I don't know if it'll make me say holy potato, but
no, because you're not from Idaho.
Yeah. It depends. Idaho also secretly kind of an amazing place to visit, like very scenic.
What is Virginia known for? What's Virginia known for besides being close to the capital?
Oh, I don't know. I guess we have our scenery.
Virginia is for lovers. Isn't that the phrase for the state?
I mean, they say that, but I don't know if
so
that's
you're perfect
correct.
for Lego. You're perfect for the Lego Bachelor. We have Remy from Virginia, and Remy is from Virginia, and Virginia is known for Virginia is for lovers. You're perfect.
Yeah, so this is now I'm having second thoughts. It's
you're the one who said Will Arnett will make you say things that you wouldn't normally say. So if you go on to the Lego Bachelor, or we called it the Brick Stud. Remember, we can't say Bachelor and we can't say Lego.
I'm really rethinking the whole thing.
We have it on video. You said I really want to be on the show.
Yeah, it's like one of those monkey's paw wishes where like
the Brick
you
Stud.
wish for the thing and then you get it and then it's terrible.
It's gonna be the new show, the Brick Stud, and then you're gonna have to say, I'm from Virginia, and Virginia is for lovers.
You gotta read those. You gotta read the fine print in those like TV contracts really closely.
Hey, we got it on video. I even got a close up of you saying you'd be there in a heartbeat. That's what you said.
Anyway, I like this shot. Look, you can see the reflection of the Avengers Tower here. That's pretty cool.
It's really well known, but I will do a shout out to my buddy Ferg Pons. His Avenger Tower was much better.
Oh,
no, seriously, he did an Avengers Tower that was at BrickCon in 2019. 5-foot tower on a rotating base. Also had an underground subway system that pales in comparison to what Ferg did.
Oh, so you could actually you could take the subway to the tower.
Yeah, I'm serious though. If you haven't seen it, it's on Beyond the Brick. He's been interviewed several times, and one of them is for his 5-foot Avengers Tower. So
we'll definitely
Drew did a good job. I don't want to say Drew's Avengers Tower is bad. No, by all means, it's wonderful. But Ferg did a better job.
Well, maybe this is the new, maybe this is the new castle competition Like we can have the Avengers Tower competition.
Maybe
Like
if they
everyone.
put Ferg on, Ferg would give them a run for their money.
Mhm.
I would say he's an amazing builder and he's fast. That's another thing, is that to be on this show, you got to be a fast builder and a good builder.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. That is a nice Avengers Tower. But
Mhm.
I'm happy to put money down. If you put that tower next to Ferg's tower, Ferg's, I think, because Ferg also had a landing pad on the top. You know how in the scenes where Tony Stark lands his plane on the top and then he comes out, he even had a landing pad up there. I mean, so many details.
It looks like a landing pad. You know, there's something flat in here somewhere.
And you're right. Idaho is a beautiful state. I've driven through it several times. One of my favorite places is Twin Falls, Idaho. It's a beautiful gorge down there.
Well, we'll look forward to some Idahoan architecture from them this season. I have no idea what else to expect, but probably something like that.
Yep. Miranda and Drew.
Okay, and now Steven.
Finally, the firemen.
The firefighters.
I was waiting for Steven and Steven to show up.
I believe they're also from Canada.
Are they Canadian too?
I think so. Hang on. I have too many tabs open. Sorry, everybody.
Steven and Steven.
So Yo-Yo Fire Bricks. This is, I believe, Steven's Instagram.
Okay. Which one?
And this is a really cute. Yeah. But this is I really like this Wizard of Oz scene. You know, the yellow brick road is perfect. I love the forced perspective of the Emerald City in the background. So great job on that. So let's check out Yo-Yo Fire Bricks.
See what city they're from?
Yeah.
Yep.
Public
They also
preview.
put 1 week.
Calgary.
1 week to go. Calgary?
Calgary. Okay, I'm assuming that's Canada and not
It
California.
is Canada.
Calgary, California. No.
Calgary is also known for the rodeo up there.
Mm-hmm.
Canadian
But yeah, he
rodeo.
also has like this is from a collab, I guess. Let me see if I can find like a better, like look at this like massive collab here. I guess this was his farm. So that's pretty awesome.
I wonder if they used modular integrated landscaping system. Mills.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, the Canada, they use the metric system up there, so I don't know if they use the same system that we do.
Actually, the Canadians are definitely, they like Mills. There's a lot of people here in Seattle who don't like Mills.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess we'll
really a nice display.
Yeah, this is a really massive collab here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess this was his park or farm. Let's see, more club display photos. Yeah, I got a whole.
Interesting to see how Will Arnett is going to talk about Steven and Steven.
Mm-hmm.
So Steven, huh?
Yeah, probably a lot of.
Yeah, you're gonna definitely have a lot of that shtick.
A lot of who's on first, kind of thing.
See, I don't know a lot of Naomi's. Do you know a lot of Remy's?
I don't.
Okay, so there you go. I'm Naomi, and she's Naomi, and we're the Naomi and Naomi team. We're the Remy and Remy team. Yeah.
I don't know if I could do that. I might have to like not be on the show if they put me with another Remy. I don't know if I could work with that, honestly.
Oh wow!
I'd have to like use my middle name or something.
Brickstud. But you wouldn't
this
go
is
on
really
Lego
like
Masters with another Remy.
I'm really like a diva about certain things. Like I won't have another Remy. I won't say holy potatoes. No, that's off the table. So no, you don't have to highlight me. I'm not that much of a diva.
I hear you say I'm a diva again.
I don't. yeah, I just don't want any of those things, you know.
Wow. I'm learning so much more about you, Remy.
Yeah, sorry.
I wouldn't mind being on a show with another Naomi if she was cool and fun.
No, I
And a good
think we'd
builder.
have to have some kind of duel to see who could keep the name. Honestly, if that happened,
You can have a thumb war.
it would just be like way too annoying.
Wow.
But yeah, that's Steven and
interesting. But you
Steven.
said it yourself. I mean, you're the one who said it. You said you're a diva.
Yeah, I'm really saying a lot of stuff tonight. I'm gonna stop. Let's move on. Anyway, good luck, Steven and Steven.
But it's really bizarre. So you don't want to lead with that when you go on Brickstud. Yeah. You don't want to say, "Hey, I'm Remy and I'm a diva."
Yeah,
you're probably not going to win a lot of the ladies that way.
I don't want to be like, "Hi, I'm Remy," but don't call anyone else Remy in the house, even if that's their name.
Don't even call the cat Remy. I'm the only Remy here.
Yeah. If you have a cat named Remy, bye. Out. Yeah, I can't compete with a cat. Cats are awesome. No, have you ever owned a cat? They're great. I don't want to. I can't compete with a cat.
Cats are divas too.
Yeah, you have to know your limits. Like, thank you for coming, but I'm not going to waste your time. Enjoy your cat.
Enjoy your cat. You would stop a relationship because this person has a cat named Remy as well.
No, I wouldn't even start. I'd be like, well,
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, so our last team.
Buddy. We're here. It's Yay. Liz and Aaron.
Liz and Aaron. And I know Liz because she's a member of Sortlug.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know her personally, but I've seen her on Sortlug calls. And she is known for an Arendelle build, a huge Arendelle build that she did for Frozen. And she cosplayed with that as well at one of the conventions. And it's huge. Cool. I think it's like 5 or 6 feet tall.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I don't know Aaron.
Yeah, I don't know if both of them were at Brick Fair, Virginia. I think Liz was. And I did not meet her, but she left me her little like minifig hat next to one of my builds. So I was
nice.
Very happy about that.
But she's known for that hat that she wears on the show.
So here's Folky Brick. This is Aaron.
I love that Ursula.
Like this is just an amazing Ursula, amazing character. The tentacles are perfect. She's the bust is perfect. It's like spot on. The hair is great.
You got all those lavender bricks. It's too bad Debo's not on here. He would love this.
Yeah.
And it's Blavender.
Yeah.
We've talked about that before. Blavender is the way.
It's a great combo.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is like even the eyeshadow is just so perfect.
They did a great job.
So that's her. And then Liz, let's look at something.
I'm sure Liz's Arendelle has got to be there.
Let me find it. This is something they brought to Brick Fair, Virginia. All right, so we're gonna find. This is Liz P. Builds, by the way.
Yeah, but she's got a huge Arendelle build with her standing next to it with the blonde wig.
All right, we're gonna. Is this
early on?
This could be. I think they're. Yeah.
This might be it.
Yeah. This is a
lighted and everything. Yeah.
Oh man, did I see this last year?
She did an amazing job on that. And I think this was her first build at a con, and I think she won an award for it. If I remember.
Yeah, there's this is the Bricky. This is award for. Best pop culture.
She did an amazing job on that, and like I said, she cosplayed at this show, whatever this show is. But the lighting on there, it's just gorgeous.
I don't know where this video was taken, but this was at Brick Fair, Virginia, 2021. So I do sort of remember this build, but like everything's kind of a blur from that time period. Okay, that's as far as we go back.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was, it was even nominated for best lighting as well, if I remember correctly. So this was very cool.
Tremendous effort. And look, the rock work she did too behind it with the snow. And then, the Crystal Palace in front. And even that little balcony she has where Elsa can look out. It's just tremendous.
Little Widow's Walk.
I was hoping to see Olaf in there, but I didn't see an Olaf.
I guess it didn't survive the trip, but it looks like it can be put back together easily. It's unfortunate.
Wow.
But yeah,
those are the teams. Dun, dun,
those
dun.
are our teams. That is all the 12 teams. It's a lot of teams. I feel like it's more than last year.
So next week, folks, we're going to start reviewing the very first episode, and we'll see. Our prediction is they're probably going to keep everybody like they always have, but they have 12 teams. They may decide to start eliminating them right away. You don't think so?
That's a bad change. Whoever, I bet somebody thinks that they'd be like, oh, let's be clever. Let's eliminate someone week 1.
Right?
No, fire that person. They don't know what they're doing.
Okay.
Don't eliminate someone week 1.
Put them on the Brick Stud show.
Yeah. Get them out of here.
All right.
Put them on so I look,
next week, same time, 6:00. We're going to start with the review shows of Lego Masters North America Season 3. And we've moved to Thursday instead of Wednesday. So it's now this and that Thursday. And we're going to be doing these episodes for the entire season. And
so Fox Network, don't move the date of the show again. You changed it once, that's it. You don't get it. No, we're not moving again. So
we were very patient and we were able to fill the time, thankfully. So, and we wanted to thank again Lego Masters New Zealand, because we covered Lego Masters New Zealand on Wednesdays in this interim time. But now the star of the show that we've been waiting for, Lego Masters North America Season 3. So excited. It's going to be fun. And I just wanted to also remind people who are going to be here for Thrifty Thursday at 9:00 tonight. I have chosen the Buzz Lightyear set. So this is 87 pieces, set number 76830. This Buzz Lightyear set. It should go pretty quickly. And I have a special guest. My friend from North Carolina, Kathy Crowley, is going to be my special guest on this Thrifty Thursday show. And this is called Cyclops Chase. $19.99. You can get that from Lego. And super excited because in the coming weeks, I'm going to be doing a little different format where I'm going to invite guests on for Thrifty Thursday. I haven't done that before. So I'm celebrating my 2-year anniversary. It was yesterday of streaming. I know it's hard to believe I've been streaming for 2 years now. And normally I would, I was thinking about doing a mock improv, but I was thinking because of the Queen and the whole, I know you're not big into, the royal family, but Saturday and Sunday and Monday are big days. So I'm thinking about taking Sunday off. Maybe I'll do the 9:00 show on Twitch, but the 1:00 show, I was originally going to do a mock improv for Sunday, but I think if I remember right, Sunday, they're going to have the big procession, and then Monday's the funeral. I know you're like going, I'm not interested.
Well, no, it's good that they can finally have the funeral so that other people can go to the hospital and have funerals of their own.
Well, she was an amazing person, and I have an affinity for her because I have a corgi, and she's the one who made corgis very popular, right?
Corgis are very cute.
Corgis are amazing. And I think for somebody who could be in power for 70 years and be so well loved almost the entire time, I don't think there'll be anybody who can match her. She was an amazing woman.
Maybe inside Britain. Not so much outside of Britain.
Well, let's just say that.
Why Britain?
Just Britain. Okay. Well,
Desperate.
you know, Canadians are also, celebrating this time of mourning, or I shouldn't say celebrating, but recognizing this time of mourning. The New Zealanders and also the Australians. And I feel like I'm part Kiwi as well from our Lego Masters New Zealand episode. So I kind of want to pay respects to the Queen. And I may not be streaming this Sunday. I'm still thinking about it because it kind of hit home when we were talking last week. And we kind of did almost like a mini mock improv. And somebody said, yeah, put the Queen on there. It's like, and she had only died like a couple hours before that. And I just said, I'm sorry, I can't do that. I just can't put that into mock improv. So I think what we're going to do is, like I said, I may take the 1:00 show and just kind of leave it at that. And then we'll see where it goes from there. And thank you, Brick Jedi. Thank you for the congratulations for me reaching 2 years of streaming. And we still have people watching. So thank you, everybody who's watching right now. And for those of you who are watching, please like and subscribe to the stream and send a comment if there's something that you really enjoyed about this. Don't forget to follow Brick Literacy on Instagram as well. And if you want to send me something, I just remembered. Oh, that's right.
Let's talk about the
I'm gonna
hats.
open it on my 9:00 stream. I got a nice gift from somebody. I have no idea what it is, but she called me and she goes, I've got this gift for you. And I just got it. I'm going to open it on the 9:00 stream. So she sent it to this P.O. Box, 31956, Seattle, Washington, 98103. And thank you, Remy, again.
If they have like official Lego Masters like hats, if they have the crew hats or whatever. No, I'm saying if they do. We were talking about this earlier.
Oh.
Like if you have like hats with the Lego Masters logo on it, feel free to send us those. Because we don't know where to get
anybody affiliated with Lego Masters who could hook us up with Lego Masters hats.
Like
we will recognize you as a sponsor, and we will wear those hats for this whole
We'll try not to get you fired, but we will say thank you if you sneak us some free gear.
A crew hat, but it could be just an official endorsed Lego Masters hat.
Yeah, I don't know if they're like exclusive or anything.
I don't think they actually exist.
They might not. We have no information. We were just talking about how it would be cool to have a hat with the logo on it.
Official Lego hat. Yeah. So you can get one of these, a space hat. Yeah. Okay, my friends. So we will see you next week, same time, Thursday, 6:00 p.m. Pacific, 9:00 p.m. Eastern. And for those of you who are going to tune in for later at 9:00, Thrifty Thursday will be the Lightyear Cyclops Chase set. I'm going to work on that tonight. Awesome. So thanks again, Remy. Really great hanging out with you. The Brick Stud.
I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna stop talking forever now.
We've got that on video.
I'm not sticking around for the next stream. You're on your own.
Okay. Anyway, thanks everybody. And as they say on the Brickanista Broadcast Network, may the clutch be with you. Take care. Bye.